Well, not necessarily the Rushville huddle, but you guys were talking about the 10-0 deficit that Rushville faced the open the first quarter. That was the first time all season that the Lions were down by double figures. They've lost 2 games this season, but that was by a combined 6 points.
Wow. That's a great stat. The lob down low. A great delivery from Neubauer, who was back into the ball game and found Gagline open underneath for a deuce.
And this is that calculated risk. You got your star with 2 fouls. Do you play her? And we're going to let her play and see what happens.
If you keep her out on the perimeter,
yes,
her odds of picking up that foul are lessened, no doubt about that.
And you've got to trust a senior.
Morgan Herbert floats to the bucket down the left lane, gets her 4th point. 16-15. Nice job with the diagonal pass, breaking the pressure, finding somebody in the middle of the floor. That's the way you usually break it. We mentioned Neubauer was going to hang around out near the 3-point stripe, and she launched one up. Weak side rebound fought for.
2% 3-point shooter.
7 minutes to go in the half. 16-15. Rushville can take the lead for the first time today. Nice lob weak side, but great defensive help by Anna Gagline. Neubauer with a slow walk across the timeline, uses the between the leg dribble. She's looking left. Now swings it back right. Dorfler works it around the perimeter. Open for 3. Gagline, and it does not fall. Rebound controlled by Heidel. Heidel in transition, comes to Bess. Bess dumps it off baseline to Shelby Justice. Up and under and a foul. Some officials don't reward that. She looked a little out of control going to the bucket. Eyes it, flies it, and hits. So Rushville, their first lead, 17-16, period number 2. Across the timeline, Shauna Watson looks in the paint, and look who they went to. Michael John, good on the free throw.
She's going to be the one down there with a chance to convert.
Just like that, her ball club gets the lead back. She has 10 after she bangs them both home. So the lead short-lived for Rushville, although they'll try to get it back here. Bess with the basketball. Kicks it over. 3-pointer on the way. Looked good when it left, but Kaylee Andrews misfires. In transition comes Neubauer. Trying to post up Michael John. They go top of the circle. Almost a walk by Dorfler. Neubauer between the leg dribble. Gets a little mini screen. Pulls up from 16 and drained it.
That's more her game. Get in the mid-range, 15 feet, pull up, or get all the way to the rim. There's where she's really in her element.
She has 4 now. Wide open look down low is no good, but there to clean up the weak side miss was Dorfler. She missed it, threw it over the bucket, slid over to the weak side, grabbed the rebound, put it back up and in. She has 6. 2019 Cadets by 1. They have the basketball with 5.5 to play. Looked like a rugby scrum there near the midcourt stripe. No harm, no foul, we suppose. Michael John with the basketball near the left elbow, dives on the floor and saves it back to Neubauer. Neubauer looks over right, 3-point basket, up and in by Dorfler. Great recognition. Dorfler has 9.
Dorfler and Gagline might be 2 of the best 3-point shooters on any one team in the whole state. You cannot let them get loose.
23-19 under 5 to play. Stepping through, throwing it up with the left hand, taking plenty of liberties in terms of step was Megan Heidel. Concordia with a rebound.
And give Andrea Neubauer credit. She backed off and didn't commit her 3rd foul right there.
Crossover dribble, and Shauna Watson, the 5'8 junior.
Coach Wooden thinks it's probably the purest form being played right now.
I wouldn't doubt that. And
then we say that, and they bounce it off the foot.
Shelby Justice.
It's screening. It's formations. It's really fundamental basketball.
One that I saw could do that of late is now playing at Notre Dame. A young lady by the name of Skylar Diggins. I'll never forget her first possession in a state championship game as the ball goes out of bounds off the hands of Michael John.
And she is just as good a person as she is a player, and that's saying a lot.
Yep, no question.
A lot. She was our Miss Basketball last year.
24-19.
Wow, great block out. Great block out.
Neubauer gets it as the ball hits the floor. Neubauer in transition has the ball knocked away. A misfire. They have some numbers. They shovel it ahead to Alexa Bess. Bess throws it up and in. She has 4. 24-21. Under 4 minutes to play in the half. Cadets with the basketball and the lead. Great job of breaking the pressure with the diagonal pass. 14-footer baseline. No good by Michael John. Didn't look good from the release. Kind of shoved it off the heel of her hand.
Might have been a little bit outside her range there. It was a little deep.
Best top of the circle between the rings. What we've seen today in terms of three-pointers, these players have struggled with which line to shoot it from behind.
Well, yeah, you've got the NBA and the college line. It's tough.
High post screen. Down the lane comes Shelby Justice. She gets the delivery and the finish. She has 8 points. 24-23. 1 point advantage for the Cadets. They need a bucket here. Rushville trying to get some momentum as we head toward intermission. Neubauer has it out high on the right wing. Between the leg dribble, she'll cross over, throw it up through a double team, and threw it up entirely too hard. Rebound comes down to Rushville. One of the many people suffering from shoulder pain, Methodist Sports Medicine, the orthopedic specialist, and Clarion Human Motion invite you to visit myshoulderhurts.info today for more information. Rushville basketball, they trail it by 1. They'll look at the post. Kick to the wing. Shot put up by Kaylee Andrews is no good. All white shirts underneath. Neubauer quickly in transition. Comes baseline left. Nothing doing there. And they'll kick it back out to Neubauer. Now they'll come in the corner. 16-footer is put up. Thrown up short by Gagline. The rebound comes down to Rushville. Alexa Best will control it. Best across the timeline with 2.5 to play. Look in the double team and a foul, I believe, going to go on Gagline. Shelby Justice leads the way for Rushville with 8. Free throw no good. Officials talking things over with the brain trust over there at Fort Wayne Concordia Lutheran. This is going to be close to a 10-second call. They're going to have to hurry to get it across the timeline, and they do. Had to be just barely. Travel.
They've had no problem breaking the press. It's just once they break it, they just aren't in rhythm.
Well, they don't get enough weak side numbers rotating back to have anything to do with the basketball once they get it across the timeline. Best in triple threat position at the right elbow. Picks up the dribble a little too soon. She gets bailed out, though, down low on a traveling violation charged.
And did not give the referee a chance to call the foul.
24-23. Cadets lead the Lions here. Cadets with the basketball. With a minute 45 to play. Again, a close to a 10-second call. Neubauer splits the defense. Throws up the running one-hander. Too hard off the rim. Out of bounds. Last touched by Rushville. Talked about how they don't use that finger roll. She did there, and it cost her. She throws it up in that little white square. It's going to trickle through harmlessly. Well, she does far more right than wrong on the floor. No doubt about that. Most coaches would take her in a heartbeat. Almost a mishandle on the dribble by Dorfler, but she gathers it in.
Good call.
Borchelt, it's called for the walk.
Brought it out to a half-court set and trapped out of it in a half-court set.
Last couple of series from both teams have been a bit on the disjointed side as we approach the 1-minute mark of the first half. Top of the circle, Best walked with the basketball.
I think
a how not to video the last couple of times up and down the floor, if you will. Now we'll see if the Cadets can stem the tide, slow things down a little bit, get a good offensive possession. Nice drive to the bucket. Can she finish it? No. Borchelt threw it up a little too hard. Gagline with the rebound. Rolls off the front of the rim, and we have a foul on the rebound. Going to go against Fort Wayne Concordia Lutheran. In hindsight, man.
What was that coach thinking?
Free
what
throw.
Was he thinking?
Up and in. Second free throw. It too is good. Shelby Justice has 10. 1 point lead for Rushville. Under a minute to play. 45 seconds, in fact. They led one time previously. The 6-minute mark of the second quarter, 17-16. Drive by Neubauer. Gets shut off. Watson passed up the three-pointer. Goes back to Neubauer with 30 seconds left. Spin move. Throws it up at the double team. Gets it blocked by Shelby Justice. Ball loose on the floor. Here comes Rushville. Heidel across the timeline. The kick in the corner. Almost a walk, no call. Best shut off. Close to a 5-second call, and it was 5 seconds. 10. Down to 9. Ball kicked. They'll restart it with 9 seconds left on the clock.
Concordia tries to do late in the half here.
They'll swing it out to Neubauer. Clock down to 5. Down to 4. She'll pull up from 16. Roll it around, no. Rebound controlled by Krista Beeman, and she'll chuck it. Won't chuck it the length of the floor. She'll just let the clock run out.